right, so my name is Gary Koehring. I went to Canelan High School in Maple Park, Illinois. 2014 graduated there. Then I went and played at St. Cloud State University. It was a Division II program in the NSIC conference up in Minnesota. They've since canceled the program, but I was a GA there for one season. Then I moved back home to Illinois, worked at DeKalb High School in DeKalb, Illinois. Our season was actually this spring, so we just finished up back in April. And now I just took my first teaching position up in Minnesota at Hutchinson High School in Hutchinson, Minnesota. We're a 4A school. It's got a lot of tradition up at that school, and I'm really excited to get up there. And I'll be working with the linebackers. I've worked with the linebackers every step of the way.
My name is Brandon Behnfeldt. This is my 17th season that I'm going into. I'm originally from Napoleon, Ohio, where I coach currently right now, so I'm back in my alma mater. After college, I ended up in Lima, Ohio, so I taught at a couple different spots down there. So I was down there for about 8 to 10 years. Now I came back home, basically. And so I'm back at my alma mater, Napoleon, and the O-line coach, where I played O-line, what was it, 16, 17, 18 years ago. So, yeah. Basically, the reason I do this formation is it's basically like our base formation, the double wing look with a fullback in the backfield. We just move that fullback out so it's spread now. So the whole purpose of this formation is to see how they adjust to the power side versus the spread side. And so I'm looking for a weakness. And so with this one, we're looking for a quarterback run with a potential throw to the spread side. So basically an RPO. And so for this one, what it is we are running buck sweep to the tight end wing side with the quarterback. And then we're going to be reading that linebacker that's inside the box, the extra guy who we got left, so that if he comes flying with the pull, we're going to pull the ball and throw it, and then if he hesitates at all, the quarterback's going to get going. And so basically it's just a basic RPO, buck sweep with basically that shoot RPO. Oklahoma likes to do it quite a bit. It's where the guy runs an out route from behind the line of scrimmage, so the wide receivers just go and block.
What we're going to do with it being the first play of the game is I want to keep it pretty basic. We're just going to rush our 3 interior guys. We're going to pinch into the B gaps with our 5 techs, slant the nose to the strong side, which I call strength of the field here, just with the trips to that side. Then our Mike backer, our middle backer in the 3-3 stack is going to take care of the other A gap. Why we like to do this is it cancels the 4 interior gaps, makes everything get to the edge. So our backers are going to spill everything with these pullers and down blocks. And the goal is just to get the running back running horizontal versus vertical, get them to the sideline, and then we're going to rally down with our safeties and corners to make that play in the alley. This look, we're just going to give the traditional bear front look. The goal is to keep all the interior gaps freed up, let our Mike backer run, kind of lock that play down. Our outside backer there, he's going to try to force everything in and make that thing stop all the penetration, gladiator that thing up and through the hole, so then our Mike and our free safety can come down and vice tackle that thing. What we're going to do coverage-wise is we're going to have the corner and the outside backer reading that tight end. We're going to be reading 2, playing 1. Corner's going to take anything deep. Outside back's going to take anything to the flats. On the back side, we're going to have that corner manned up on that backside tight end. And then that other, which would be an outside backer, but he's walked into the box because there's no outside threat. If that back were to go to that weak side over there, he would take him as well. So the goal is just push everything out. Again, make it run laterally, and then chase it down with our team speed.
My philosophy on second and short, especially maybe in the red zone is maybe try to take a shot. So with the deep choice, that's kind of like Art Briles' special, passing that he has. The focus is really trying to isolate somebody in the secondary. So in this case, I'm trying to move my wing out so that I'm isolating the tight end on that free safety. At the point, we have a 6'5", 210 tight end who runs like a deer, and he's a junior. So I want to try to isolate him on somebody deep. And so what we're doing on the backside is we're running a smash concept to try to take that corner out of the way and take his linebacker with him. And then we're going to isolate that tight end on the free safety, and then the wing is widening to take the corner out. And so we're just trying to remove all that extra support from the free safety. So, and kind of surprise people with the formation because it looks like a run heavy formation. And then also the down would typically be a run formation for most people. So that's when I want to kind of take a shot. It's 3rd and 7. I mean, I'm either going to typically be looking to probably pass through trips, or what has worked great for us in the past has been a tight end screen to that short side. A lot of times people overcompensate on the trips, and so a lot of times we look to try to hit that tight end and just kind of use him as almost part of the protection initially, and then he fades off, and then the lineman release on that side. So with that heavy blitz, our guys are probably going to have to hold up a little bit longer on those blitzers, probably, is my guess, is probably what's going to happen there. And so they're going to hold up, and then they're going to release to the next level. As far as the other side, they're just going to either fake routes, or they're going to go block downfield. Just get into a block automatically. We usually teach them, go next level, find the secondary, go block him. Just because if that tight end gets past that first level, he might cut it across the field. And so we typically just tell him, go block. So that would be my 3rd and 7 play.
With it being 3rd and 7, us trailing a little bit later in the game, we got to make a play happen. So this is our 6-man pressure with 3 deep, 2 under to match it. So this is a defense where we flop over our other outside linebacker to that passing strength side. We never actually got to it this season. We had it installed, but never actually put it into a game. So basically, our corners and our free safety are going to be deep thirds on these guys. And then our outside linebacker is going to press number 1 to start, but then he's going to be trail technique on number 2. And our other outside linebacker flopped over to be trail tech on number 3, trying to make that throw go over their heads. With this being 3rd and 7, we like our chances of bringing 6 that we should get home. And there shouldn't be any issue with a deep ball going over our heads with that 3 deep coverage. And then we're kind of leaving number 1 a little bit bare with us playing high school ball and everything, and with us bringing 6 guys. We're going to take our chances on a high school quarterback throwing it out to number 1 with accuracy with that pressure in his face. So this is our play to try to make something happen when we're trailing a little bit and need to get off the field on 3rd down. So end of the game, time winding down, 2 seconds left. My philosophy is we got to bring pressure. We got to get that ball out of the quarterback's hands. So I'm going to pinch those defensive linemen down, bring my 2 stack backers off the edge, and try to force that ball out of the quarterback's hand. I've been in the situation before where we try to play prevent defense and it ended up biting us. So we're trying to force that ball out of the quarterback's hand. My corners will be manned up on the wing. And then our free safety and outside linebacker will be reading the tight end and the first back. And they are going to be, free safety is going to take anything deep. Outside linebacker is going to take anything to the flats. On the back side, my outside backer is going to tough up that number 1 receiver. And the corner is going to have man on anything deep over top there. Mike linebacker is going to help out where needed on the strong side. And our goal is to not get beat deep and to force the ball out of the quarterback's hands. Worst thing you want to do is be in prevent defense and give up the touchdown.
So basically what we're running to that tight end wing side is a version of flood. The air raid guys and the run and shoot guys have started now running actually a post with their flood concept because they're trying to look for the big shot when the safety jumps a play. But in this case, what's going to happen is I'm looking to really rub. It's more like almost like a scissors kind of effect. And so really I want that wing to go flying, and then I want the tight end to come off of it to the outside. So in that situation with his defense, I want that wing to run off that corner and almost in a sense pick that safety so that my guy can get open. And then I set the halfback to the tight end wing side so that he can actually take the outside linebacker and drag him out and get him out of the way so he's not just fading back into my corner route. And then I have the dig coming over the middle on the backside just in case maybe those two were not open, so that maybe we would take a shot there with the dig in case nothing else is available.
Perfect. And then I'm gonna be honest with you, man. As a no line coach, you didn't talk about protection at all. So I'm gonna say it was a sack.
Well, here's what I'm gonna tell you: we're boring. We're slide protection on everything. We don't do anything fancy with our protections. We slide everything. And so, like in this case, it would be probably advantageous for us to slide because he's blitzing the edge. So our tackle can come out on the outside backer, and then our guard can come to that tackle that's slanting inside. And then we got the center and guard taking the nose basically. And then we have the tackle who's going to take the slanting D tackle, and then our running back's going to take that linebacker that's blitzing. So actually, it fit pretty well in this case. Sometimes people overload, and that causes us problems with the slide. But in this case, I think it would be advantageous. On Twitter, you could find me at Coach Behnfeldt. I kept it pretty simple. But yeah, I love talking ball. So again, anybody reached out. I mean, some coaches get sick of me because I keep bothering them so much about stuff. So feel free to hit me up on anything. Like I said, I've coached defense before. I ran the Michigan State 4-3 press quarters. Like that was our defense that we ran in high school. So I love talking about that. I love talking about the wing tee, even though Coach Tyson, he knows who he is. He's always after me and I'm after him about the wing tee spread stuff. Or even run and shoot and air raid stuff. I love that too, because I'm pretty well versed in that stuff too. So feel free to hit me up.
I can be reached on Twitter at Coach Koehring. That's Coach Koehring. Feel free to give me a follow. Love talking ball with anybody, football, strength and conditioning, track and field. Big fan of it all. Just love to learn, love to connect with people, and love sharing ideas. I'm young in this profession, but I just want to thank Coach Mallard and Coach Behnfeldt just for the opportunity to get together, talk football, and just learn ideas off each other. My email too is also coachkoehring@gmail.com. So feel free to reach out that way. Connect, sharing ideas, sharing Google Docs, whatever we can, just to help the community grow and learn together. So super excited for the opportunities coming up. I've never stepped out into the YouTube field like this before, but it was definitely really awesome, and look forward to more opportunities like this. So like I said, thanks coaches. I appreciate it, and look forward to connecting with everybody.